off to the cabin. So I decided for the first time ever to leave my boat here. A few people do it. Right now you can see there's another boat here, and there's another boat right there. Mine's a little green one here. That saves me time, and they seem safe. Sometimes there will be boats here for weeks at a time. And now mine is a part of that. Yeah. All my groceries for the week. Those horseflies are vicious. They get in so fast, man. Got to be prepared for the bugs. There are a lot this year. Forgot my little bum rest. And now it's going to be a hard ride out here. Hopefully it's not too bouncy. Raising the propeller a little bit, and I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go before I have to shut it off and then start rowing, because this is a pretty shallow area right here. It's not looking too bad. There was a time I could just cruise through this. I'm going to start rubbing here in a minute. I like to stand so I can see what I'm bumping into. I can get a pretty good view. We're getting close here. Yeah, look how shallow that is. All right, back at the old creek. Let's hope the water levels are up. They were rising the last time I was here. Could be bears in here. I love to have my bear spray on me when I'm... Whoa, there's a goose right there. Holy crow. There's a Canada goose right there. Look at that. Right there. Canada goose. In the wild. Canada geese do not like people in the wild. That is something else. Wow. Crazy. That's the first time I've been that close to a Canada goose that's in the wild. Normally, they do not mess with humans whatsoever. Crazy. Crazy. I wish this was about 5 inches deeper. And it's pretty much the same thing it was last time I was here. I lost my boat. I lost it. There it goes. It is going. Nice strong flow, but it needs to be another 4 or 5 inches deeper. I think if I didn't have so much weight, I would be in much better shape right now. Deep. 15 minutes, not so bad. We're off. Oh, it's sliding. Keeps it out of the water. Hottest cabin in Canada, right here. What are we at here? Not too bad. You guys can see 33 degrees Celsius. That is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot. That is a hot cabin. Holy smokes, I'm sweating. There's no breeze today, so I'm not going to get a cross breeze in this place, but I still have to open the window just in case a little bit of a breeze wants to circulate. Horseflies, stouts, whatever you want to call them. There's got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's about 25 there. Now I got a minor ant problem. Minor. There's not that many. So these traps seem to do okay. I think what happens is an ant will come in here with these guys. I believe an ant comes in, picks up a little bit of the poison in here and then brings it back to its home, and it messes up all the ants. So I did look it up, and the old AI says, yes, ant traps or bait stations lure foraging ants with a sweet or protein-rich food mixed with a slow-acting poison. Worker ants eat the bait, carry it back to the nest, where they feed it to the queen and other ants, effectively wiping out the entire colony at the source. corned beef apple sandwich. First time I ever tried this. I don't know what it's going to taste like. I should have chilled the corned beef beforehand. It would have been better. No, that's good. That is good. Very smoky this morning. I'm only going to use solar power this summer. I've had a generator here pretty much from the beginning. So that's been about 3 years. And I took that generator to the blue cabin and it's staying there while I work on that project. So I have to use solar here. The sun's not great today because of all the smoke. It is what it is. It's better than nothing. And so I'm really being mindful when it comes to my power stations, how to use them. And I got to set up a solar system through that utility room as soon as possible. Coffee was made for mornings. Coffee was made for mornings. Polish sausage. I like to reduce my beans a little bit. Bit too wet for me right now. So I'm going to boil them down. It's almost 30 degrees in here. It's cooking. Woo! It's a good way to start a day. This stuff will stick to my ribs, keep me going until supper. I don't know what to do here. A part of me wants to go through the floor with my wiring, run it up the side. I think that's the best way to go because I'm going to have siding outside on the side. So if I go through the floor, I'll just need to really plug it up nicely. It's risky. Cutting a hole in the floor. I just got myself one of these hole saw sets. This isn't an expensive set. This one here costs the same amount as pretty much 2 Milwaukee saws, hole saws. So I just went with this because it's not something I do a lot, right? Every once in a while I'll drill a hole, like this type of hole. There you go. Pretty interesting. I wonder what that one's for. I think this is the size I'm going to go for right here. This is 2.5 inches. So this must fit in here. Okay, pretty straightforward. I'll tell you why it's urgent that I get my solar figured out today. I've got 21 hours of power left. That's not a lot. I don't want to mess around with that. This is something I need to solve right now. Now before I go crazy, I'm going to test this thing on a piece of wood that, whoa, a piece of wood I don't need. Okay, that worked pretty well. Now the biggest issue I'm going to have with the floor, if you see underneath, that right there is insulation. So when I come through, I am going to come through the insulation, but am I going to rip it? Am I going to rip it all up? I don't know. Like, will it cut a nice hole, or am I going to pull it from all different directions and mess it up? The torque on that. And there's moisture underneath. That is not good. How did the moisture get underneath? Whoa, there's a lot. We got a major problem here. There's a lot of moisture underneath. I'm gonna have to cut out all of that insulation. I have no choice. I am lucky I'm doing this. My floor would have just turned to rot. I wonder how the water got in there. I have no idea how the water got in there. I've got to cut it all out. I know it's hard to see, but full of water. Let's see how bad this is. Crazy. Wow. Baby. Okay, that's completely dry there. That guy's completely dry. Okay, that's good. Yeah, he feels completely dry. Nothing in there. It's this side. It must have been water coming down. I know what it is. Whoa. Okay, the wood's actually dry. So the problem is the roof. You see how it's dark up here? Well, before there was light getting through. And when I put this on in the winter time, I didn't seal it up properly. Now I have sealant all the way along the top. So water was coming down in here, dripping down this wall, and going in between, and getting in between there. It's still dripping. This whole section has got to come out. Dry. Okay, a little bit of tuck tape will fix that. It's 100% because water was coming down off the roof, hitting there, coming down in behind this wall, and getting in behind that one little layer there, and it didn't keep on going. Look at this. Insane. Oh boy. There's got to be a liter's water in there. I know you're thinking, Jay, why are you using this stuff? Well, I believe in it. Kyle's cabin, he uses this all the time. But he doesn't run into these problems. Not even close. But I'll figure it out. Come fall time, I'll crawl under here and I'll tape it all up and figure it out. I'm gonna let that just dry naturally. There's so much water coming down there now. I think we're good. By the way, I'm not trying to be cool. I have a really bum wrist, so I'm just trying to secure it a little bit. I'm also hoping this is going to solve a problem that I've been dealing with for years here at the cabin. Running my power out of the window. I've been doing it for a long time. Now, I'm going to run it under the cabin. I thought about going under. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Baby! That is so good. Look, it's perfect. So, the window situation is over now. I'll be able to plug right into here. I have lots of power, or cable I should say, lots of cable for the power. This is going to work. Now I'm going to take the fridge, and the fridge is going to live on this side. I'll run a cable up and around. I'm going to have a plug right here. When I charge this with the generator, I'll be able to plug this right into the plug, and I'll be able to charge the power station that way. Ooh. Now, I don't have this roof tiled. It is protected, I'll show you. And I just need to get this up now and get it started. I'm going to be tiling this sometime this summer for sure. And I'm not worried about it. Even though I did have water here earlier today. But that is 100% because I didn't have it sealed between the cabin and the extension. That's why. I'll show you, it is sealed now. Okay, I had to put this in the last time I was here because I saw that water was getting through. This thing is bolted to the cabin, but it wasn't airtight, that's for sure. So it should be good. This is a storm type material. It's gonna keep everything dry in there for now. We did have a few pretty heavy downpours earlier this summer. I should say late spring. And that's what contributed. Also, all of the snow that was melting off of this, coming down, splashing here, going in between the walls. I think that's 100% what happened to the insulation underneath. So this late summer, early fall, I'm gonna go under there. I'm not worried about it now because it's warm and nothing's gonna happen. But once it cools off, I'm gonna go under there once the bugs are gone, and then I'll fix that all up. Now I don't trust it in the wind up here. I might just lay this down. There we go. That's gonna be fine. That's gonna get all kinds of sun right there, just like that. Right here is my bedroom. And now that I have access to it, I might slide a window in here. It'd be nice to have a window right there. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that's not going to be long enough. I need to extend it. It needs to go up higher for sure. I'm getting swarmed. I'm swarmed pretty good here. Woo! Okay. Now, Let's see. Okay. 46, 53, 56, 56, 57. Yikes. That's not very many watts. I need more than that. It's hot. It's some wattage coming in, but I need way more for sure. The sun is hidden by a little bit of smoke, so that's going to hamper it a bit. And I know that angle isn't great up there, but it's so windy today. I just need something on the go, right? Okay. Oh yeah. Now we're jumping. It's more than what's going out, right? So if I got 140 watts coming in now. I never have more than 140 watts going out. So I am charging. 150, it's a lot better. It's slow, but steady. And here's the hole, which I will be blocking up to make sure no critters are getting in through there. I'm not used to this heat. It's so hot. Well, quite a few of you have asked why I'm not jumping in the lake, and the answer is simple. There's so many pike in that lake. And they like to nibble and bite things. And so I'm sure it's fine in there. But if I go to shore, I can see them just swimming around, and I just think to myself, are they going to be interested in me when I go in there? They got sharp teeth. I got things they can bite. Look at this. Right back to nearly 30 degrees Celsius. So we're almost 85 Fahrenheit, just smoking hot. What's that? What kind of bird is that? Wow. That's a hawk. That was cool. Well, that water's cold. Oh, that is nice. Another reason why I might not want to take a swim in the lake is because I'm not the best swimmer. Those waves are strong. I might not make it back to shore if I go for a swim. So I'm just going to spray down, and I'll make sure that the curtains are up for when I'm in this little rinse off here with the cool water. Oh, that's cold. Oh, yes. Oh, that is cold. Woo, baby. That's gonna drop my body temperature pretty quick. I'm not used to that. I am not used to that. I'm seeing stars. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's enough of that. Now, if I was smart, I would have taken this, cut all this stuff off first before I put that sealant in there. I wasn't thinking I could jump the gun. There we go. So the spray foam is still working in between the wall here. I'm just cutting off the excess. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, no! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have one side messy, but I'm gonna figure it out. Getting it all over my hands. You're not supposed to. Okay. There we go. Baby. Do not swallow. Use in a well-ventilated area. Do not get in eyes or on skin. Okay. Well, I'd probably say that about everything. Okay, a lot cleaner on this run. Oh baby, we got ants, and we got lots of ants. Ants love the wood. Wow. Mayhem. Get that. Woo! Look at that. And this is the wood I was going to be putting. I don't know what to do. Whoa. Oh yeah. They're all over me. I've been using this spot for wood for a long time, and I've never seen ants in it. Oh boy, how am I gonna do this? Oh no. Ah, always something. Okay. I could have another shower already. I'm soaked. Yes. Yeah. Woo. Uh-oh. Yes. Oh. J. Nope. Nope. Darn it. Oh boy. Yeah. Don't have a stud to connect to. Right there. I'm going to put it in this way and then one across the top. I've never done it that way before. Hopefully it solves the problem. Baby! Not quite long enough. Oh yeah. Oh, that wall's solid. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like it. We are in. I would have the door open for more light in here, but I'm going to let in all the mosquitoes if I do that. We're in, guys. We're in and it's even. There you go. One wall done. Let's keep the old critters out. The smoke is really thick this morning. I can really feel it in my lungs breathing it in. See the land across the lake there. That's not very far. And it's totally shrouded in smoke. The wind's picking up right now, and I think it's going to get even stronger. I wanted to go back later today. I don't know if that's going to happen. I might be sleeping here tonight. We'll see. That's better. The other piece was a bit too short and I covered it without realizing. So that's a good fill there. We are completely insulated here. The roof is not. You can see a bunch of it's been falling down. I have all of this to make it work. And now this is for 2x4 walls. And this up here is like 2x6 and 2x8. So the stuff I have is not very thick. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to make it work. I don't know. There's gotta be a way. I was thinking about this guy last night, and I really think that the hole at the tip is a big part of my problem. I made it way too wide, and it's letting out so much of this sealant. Anyway, I just got to make do with what I've done to myself here. I'll try to put on a little bit and see if we can do this without such a mess today. Okay, I'm just going to try to make a really small bead the whole way down. The line is much thinner. Should be way more manageable now. Yay. Not bad, guys. Oh yeah. Sir. I'm getting a really good charge today. As you guys can see, 313 watts there in the top left hand side. That's more than at any point yesterday, and I only have, you look down the bottom right, you can see 17 watts going out. So it's essentially a non-stop power source coming through to the cabin, and I'm topping up at the same time. That's perfect. This might be risky. The barbecue fire. Oh no, that's perfect. Look. Nice and greased up and ready to go. Good. Rib steak. It's nice barbecuing. Keeps the cabin clean, and now I have been cooking inside the cabin the last couple of days. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with the bear situation right now. It just depends on my mood. Do I want to cook inside? Sometimes. Do I put myself at risk where a bear might come by and smell food inside a cabin and want to go in? Yeah, but I am protected. I have everything I need here to make sure that I'm safe. And sometimes just cooking outdoors though is better all around. I'm sure the bear can smell this barbecue right now thinking that smells amazing. But before long that smell will be long gone, right? So it won't be embedded in the cabin. I really wanted to go home today, but I think I'll hang on for another. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. Wow. I'm gonna have one of these little tuna salads with cuckoos and chickpeas in it. Very delicious as a side to my steak. Very yummy. Medium rare, that is perfect. You see how this piece of wood slides down in here? On the outside it goes straight across. I should have had this wood go straight across and then dip down on the outside. Because now I've got an angled ceiling on the inside here. And I've left myself in a situation for sure. So, I'm all like, I know that when I build my next cabin, I'm going to run into problems for sure. That's the name of the game on this channel. But I'm hoping I'll be able to really get better at these little mistakes. Like I can move pretty quickly. I can get stuff done if I really want to hustle. But oftentimes it's these little things. Like I didn't go to school for this. So these are these little things that I think I got it right. And then it turns out I don't. Perfect. Way too windy out to go. Way too windy to go home. This little John boat wouldn't stand a chance today. And this is a very small part of the lake. And the second lake over is very big compared to this lake. So I would be banging around and it would be dangerous for sure. So as you can see, we're going to have an insulation-free ceiling for a while. I definitely got to get this figured out. My mind is not there today. It's not. It's just saying, ah. Those ants are long gone. This is all wood that I'm likely to use at some time. The stuff in the back there. Once the fire ban lifts, because as of early July 2026, there's a fire ban in the Northwest Territories where I am. But once that's lifted, I'm going to move it all down there to my big fire pit, and I'm going to burn it all. Now, I do have some siding left. Little mix match of colors here. I'm using that for this, and of course, for this. And I'm thinking, even though I haven't talked about it with Crystal yet, I think I'm going to paint this. I'd need scaffolding to do up high. I think I'm going to paint it one of these two colors right here. It's almost like this is striped, by the way. If you're new to the channel, I striped this last year because it was just the siding I had to work with, so I went with it. So this is almost like a bit of a beige, and this is more of a gray. So I might go with that color right there for the rest of the cabin. I think it'll look sharp. You guys might have noticed in the boat I had some stringers I got those from a neighbor Colin. He's a contractor and he had them in his truck and he's like, hey, do you want these? So they're here. I'm going to use them to make steps going in and out of here. I won't have to use that little ladder anymore. Yeah. All right. So we're looking pretty good in here. This room is ready to use at this point. That is completely insulated in there. And that's going to expand. And once that expands, it's really going to fill that hole nicely. And I'll clean this all up. Solar. I want the fridge on this side for sure. There we go. Now I know some of you are probably wondering about this solar system, and likely a few of you have already commented before getting to this point of the video. So these are not permanent solar panels at all. They're great solar panels from Blue-Eddy. I love Blue-Eddy, as you guys know, but these are not permanent. They are temporary to be set up from time to time when you're using these units. And they're primarily designed for the smaller units. Now I am doing this. I have had them out for a long time, longer than I probably should have. But I will be getting permanent solar panels, and I'm going to put them way up on the roof, I think, or I'm going to set up some sort of solar array, right? Well, I have to figure out where I want to put it. Maybe on the other side. I'm not sure. If I go up on the roof, I get 100% light, and I might even get some daylight up there in the winter time, some sunlight directly on the solar panels. Yeah, that little snap tells me that the mosquito's done for. Anyway, I got up early this morning. Normally I sleep in a little bit here and I work into the evening. Like last night I worked until 7:30 p.m. It was 6:30 when I got up this morning. There's a bit of a breeze, which is good. It's supposed to get windy again, and I want to get ahead of all of it. But before I do any of that, I'm going to enjoy this coffee, and I'm going to open up some license plates. Jay, greetings from the beautiful Gulf Coast. I am a proud United States Air Force veteran and love your channel. I'm currently living in the Gulf Coast of Mississippi. I had previously lived in the New Orleans area in Louisiana. My plate was just collecting dust, yet I didn't think it should be thrown away. Sending it to you is a perfect solution. Thank you for being you and sharing your journey with all of us. Many blessings, Millie Vargas. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Mississippi. Yeah, we got a Mississippi plate there. And what is this? Whoa, yeah, that is cool. Look at that. United States Air Force, Louisiana, Desert Storm. Wow. Desert Storm. Holy, that is so cool. Desert Storm was something else, man. That was something else. Wow. Okay, that's a first. Thanks, Millie. That is amazing. Love that. Jay, been a long time viewer and have appreciated your videos for multiple reasons. The first episode I recall watching was you in one of your first canvas tents. You started a fire and you went to bed. You were awoken by smoke gas leaking into the tent and you had to bail. You cooked a nice meal of toasted bread with Spam and cheddar cheese, if I recall correctly. That sounds right. That's probably exactly what happened. As I indicated, I've enjoyed your videos for multiple reasons. The canvas tent with wooden frame is amazing. Your cooking is great. And I have even tried a couple of your recipes. I must admit, when you first showed the gray cabin, I was on the fence. Since then, the cabin has grown on me. Keep up the good work. I hope my license plate finds a nice spot on your property. Thank you, Robert Garcia. Yeah, man, those plates are so colorful. Look at that, New Mexico. Yes, that's a great color combination. That like pastel bluish kind of greenish color with the yellow and then that little red dot in the middle. Very slick. I normally do like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of these at a time. Okay. Jay, enjoy watching your channel. It's fun to watch you as you encounter new problems and how you come up with solutions. That's a lot of this. Okay, you're doing a great job on your cabin, and we think your license plate collection is a great idea. Here's one you can add to your collection from out in West Texas, home to a great university, Wreckham. Mark and Rhonda Fisher, Lubbock, Texas. Yeah, Texas Tech University. There we go. Man, there's something about Texas. I don't know what it is, but I'd love to go there. There's something about it that's just grabbed me over the years. I feel like it's a standout state. Like I feel like of all the states in America, the US, there are a few that really kind of feel like they stand out to me, almost like they're their own country, if that makes sense. Texas is one of them. Jeff and Christine Gauthier. Dear Jay, greetings from the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts. We love your channel and watch every episode. A little backstory for these plates. Jeff and I grew up in the Berkshires and we're high school sweethearts. Oh, good. Congratulations. We parted ways after graduation. Oh, Jeff moved to New Hampshire. We both married other people and had children. Fast forward 35 years, we are both divorced and end up reconnecting on Facebook. Jeff moved back to Massachusetts in 2023. We live together and are beyond happy. That is awesome. That being said, the New Hampshire plate is Jeff's and the Mass plate is mine. Keep up the great content, Jeff and Christine. That's it. I like that story. I do. I like that story. There we go. Massachusetts. The spirit of America. Right there. Yes. Oh, yeah. Look at that one. Live free or die. New Hampshire. That is tough. That is a tough saying right there. Those are great plates. Thank you so much. Jay, my husband and I love your channel. We can't wait to see all the new things coming up. Keep up the great work. License plate from Louisiana, where we spent most of our lives. We now live in Iowa. Dixie and Adam Bracey. Louisiana. Sportsman paradise. Good stuff. I'm Acadian, and I know there's a lot of Acadians down there. What the heck is this? I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. What the heck is that? David Evans. Dear Jay, Crystal, and Puffy. Please find enclosed a UK rear license plate from my father's 1960 Volkswagen Beetle. We were living in the UK at the time because my father was in the Royal Canadian Air Force. He was stationed in Nottingham. I was born there in 1961. This license plate holds a special place in my heart because it reminds me of my father. My father voluntarily joined the Royal Canadian Air Force during World War II and decided to stay following the war. He was also a veteran of the Korean War. He retired from military life in 1970 after 27 years of dedicated service to our country. My wife and I are avid followers of your channel. We look forward to new videos every week. Your carpentry skills have grown by leaps and bounds. Please keep up the great work. Take care. David and Pamela Evans. Oh my gosh. Oh, this thing is unbelievable. I can't believe you sent this to me, especially with how much meaning this has. This is phenomenal. Look at that. That is, I've never seen anything like that. That thing is mint. Look. Thank you so much. Dear Jay, Kathy and Jim here. We love your show. we keep checking our subscription to see if you have posted. Well, thank you very much. Your cabin is coming along beautifully. Keep up the good work. You are doing so well with the extension. We wish you the best of luck with the blue cabin. It is certainly going to take a big effort to get that sorted. Buy a magnet on a stick. It will make picking up nails and bits of metal a little bit easier. With best wishes, Kathy and Jim. I got a plate from Tasmania here. Way up here in northern Canada, we got this Tasmanian plate. How awesome is that? Man, what a day. Explore the possibilities. Beautiful. Okay, the wind is really picking up out there, so I want to hustle out of here. Get myself in that boat and go. I will put these plates up in the next video when I'm here at this cabin. I'm going to open up a few more as well. There's an angry bird out here. He sees me and he doesn't like me. He's just flying around. I've never seen the kind of bird before. Hear him? Oh, there he is. He's not happy. This guy's vacuum closed here. Look at that. Sucked right in. There we go. It's inflating now. Beautiful morning. There we go. I don't like filling the boat when it's on the slipway because it's just too heavy to put back in the water. This little job was pretty fast. Mosquitoes are going to be insane in here. I put some fly dope on before I left. Pretty good. Pretty good. Look at this. Okay, this is where you come up solid. Mosquitoes are brutal. Let's go. That's good, man. Probably 5 to 10 minutes to get through there. Perfect. Found a parking spot. That's good. Gotta love having a parking spot at the dock. There. That's gonna be hard to take that. Well, that's it for this video, everybody. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back really soon.